Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, Rishit Talakalapali. Not here in the flesh, but in the form of a video. As you can see, I've been staring at the clock. Tick tock. No little Hadi.
Bruh. Look at this dude.
Oh my
Wait till you
god.
see the.
No, 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 no,
No,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no
no.
way I just did that. No freaking way I just did that. Yeah. Don't click off the video for that. My bad. Anyways, what's good, guys? It's your boy, Rishad Talakalapalli, back at it again with probably my first video. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these or not. I don't care. Roast me. Anyways, today we've got an AP score reaction. And as you all know, the madness that College Board has ensued, I don't even know if that's the right word, but College Board has kind of ensued a madness with their online AP exams this year. I mean, yeah, we all know the story, like $500 million lawsuit and all that. But yeah, let's see how I did on these AP exams, and let's get right into it. But for some context, I just completed my junior year of high school. I'm gonna be a senior next year, and this year I took a total of six AP classes, showing up right here. And those six AP classes are, let's see, AP Calc BC, AP Chem, sorry about that, AP Physics, AP English Lang, A Push, and AP Psych. So in total, that's six. Now let me kind of tell you my like early game prediction for all of these. God, I keep voice cracking. All right, early game predictions for all of these exams. Let's see, AP Calc. I had a really good teacher in that class, so I'm pretty sure I should get like a four at the lowest, or maybe a five. Considering that like 44% of all BC students got a five, I don't think I think that's very likely that I'm going to get one. So yeah, Calc is a four or five. Now next, AP Chemistry. Also had a great teacher in that class. Great class too. Shout out third period AP Chem. But yeah, that class, I'm probably all right. Here's the thing: I worked very hard in this class. Like, if I didn't do any other work for this class, I would be like staying up and like studying for the test, like for at least 3 4 hours before 3 or 4 hours the day before the day of the test. I'd just be like studying, just grinding in that class. So I expect nothing lower than a four in that class for AP Chem. Now let's see. AP Physics. Oh God, AP Physics will be fun to look at. According to the score distributions, which I posted on my Instagram, you can follow that link in the description down below. But yeah, that was fun. Basically, stalk Trevor Packer for a week on Twitter. So AP Physics, the score distribution says about like 49.1% of people failed. So nearly half the people who took it failed it. So I'm expecting about three or two, maybe three at the highest. And then AP English Language and Composition. Oh God, I thought I was gonna be prepared for this class and whatnot, but here's the truth: I did not know what I was doing on that AP exam because I just didn't know what I was doing. Like I just wrote an essay, threw some rhetorical devices in there, kind of explained it. I think that's what you're supposed to do, but I don't think I had the level of like sophistication like you needed to get a five. And like as a writer, I'm not really that good of a writer. I consider myself like maybe decent at it, but like nothing to like really blow people away. So I'm gonna maybe like I'd say like a high three maybe, or like maybe a four if the readers are not picky. So yeah, that's AP English Language and Composition. A push. Oh man, A push. I actually forgot to put my APID on my freaking document to submit, so that's gonna be great. But even if they identify that, I'm considering getting about maybe yeah, again, probably like a three or four because English and A push, I did like almost no work for that class. Classes were really easy, but the AP tests were harder than the class. So we'll see. But yeah, anyways, I strongly encourage y'all to take those classes because I don't know, y'all's teachers might be better or something. But AP got that. I'll tell you about like all the prompts and stuff later. But and finally, AP Psych, easy five. Should get an easy five in this class. Like AP Psych is one of the easiest AP classes you will ever take. And this class I actually had to grind too because my school does it differently, where AP Psych is only a 1 semester course instead of a full year course. So I had to like really grind it out and learn all the material within the span of like 3 months. So I worked hard for it, and I'm expecting a five. Like five in all of these would be the best case scenario, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And you might be thinking the AP score schedule, which I'm gonna put up here. Yeah, so that's the AP score schedule. So like you'll know when your AP score comes out due to like geographical location and all that. But technically, I live in Texas, so I get my score tomorrow on July 16th. This video is recorded on the 15th, by the way. So I get it on July 16th, and you can actually access it early, like today, on a website known as earlyscores.org. So earlyscores.org basically does is it takes your what's it called? You just enter your College Board like information, like your ID and password and all that, and it like what's it called? Like you enter your email ID and password, and then you like click login, and it'll show you your scores. So without further ado, let's jump into it. All right. So as you can see, I'm on my browser right here. So my stuff. All right. So now we're gonna go to earlyscores.com. And yeah, I've probably been lurking on the site for like a good month to see if I got the score. Who was Dinosaur 313? Well, that's a great story. View your AP scores. All right. Just gonna oh the heck. All right. Here we go. Now I can log in to this. Sorry for the wait. Yeah, but while this is waiting, comment down below what y'all think about the schools reopening, things like that, and your life due to the virus. I mean, I don't know. I might read this. Maybe, maybe not. Depends. All right. So now that I've entered in my information, all right, bro. Oh God. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, okay. Here goes nothing. View my AP scores. Click on it. Well, okay, that's great. We'll be right back. All right, now. Okay. Oh God. All right. Serious. Let's do this. Let's do this. View my AP scores. Huh? All right, now. All right. View my AP scores. Let's do this. Let's do this. God, that took forever, but okay. All right, so Calc BC got a 4. I mean, not the best case scenario, but I'll take it. I mean, it's a 4. Okay, I got a 4 in Chem. I'm actually smart. Okay, I see myself. Now, but in all seriousness, Chem I actually grinded in that class, and I probably expected a 4. So despite what people tell you, please take AP Chemistry. Like you're gonna have to work hard in it, but it's a challenging class. And if you like a challenge in school and you're like you want to like push yourself academically, I'd say Chem is the class to go for. AP English Language and Composition. Oh yes, let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. I got a 4 on that. I got a 4 on that. Okay, okay. I did not know what I was doing whatsoever on the essay. Did not know how to write it. Just threw in some rhetorical devices and kind of explained them. Because I had like a document beside me, just like with the rhetorical devices and everything, because we could like use our class notes or whatnot for this AP test. But oh my god, oh my god. I got a 4, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Physics 1. Let's go, bro. I didn't fail. All right. I got a 3, which is technically passing. It's not good, but it's passing. Psych. Yeah, I expected that. Easy 5. That should have been easy 5. Take psych, please. Like somewhere in your high school career, please God take AP Psych. It's one of the easiest classes you will ever take. Like easiest AP classes. All right, A push. They're actually able to identify my score, and I got a 4 on that, which it isn't great, but hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So yeah, A push. That was a 4. Now let me tell you about like how I went about all these tests. Like Calc BC, I know for a fact that I didn't finish the test. Like I left off 2 parts of the first free response question, and then the second free response question. That was probably the thing that carried me to a 4, in all honesty, because it was pretty easy and I probably got it like completely right. But and that kind of covered my mistakes on the first question. Same with Chem. Like I didn't finish like I think one part of the first free response question, and I might have made some mistakes like here and there because I didn't expect the exam to be so long. Like we had to go up until like L, I think. So that's like 12 parts, 1 question. I did not expect that. So what's it called? I was kind of looking for it to be kind of shorter, but hey, I'll take it. And yeah, the second question again is probably what carried me to a 4. English language and composition. The graders must have been impressed with my essay or felt pity for me, either or. Probably because hey, this man's Indian. Let's give him a 4 anyways. Physics 1. Not a great score, but I'll still take it. I mean, 49.1% failed, and I consider myself lucky enough to pass because the physics 1, the teacher we had, I mean, great guy, great man. Shout out to Mr. Cantu, by the way, great man. But he didn't actually like prepare us for that towards the AP test. Like, sure, we learned all the concepts and everything, like inertia, momentum, and all that, but we never really like prepared for it. Like, we didn't do that many like practice problems or anything like that. And I went to a middle school called Basis. You might have heard of it, but it's a charter school, and basically I was taught like pretty much everything I learned in 11th grade in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So physics was pretty much an easy class for me, but that wasn't the case for the test. Psychology, again, please God take it. Like it's such an easy class. All you have to do is just memorize a bunch of terms, right? Like if you like memorizing things, this is a class for you. Like me, I love memorizing things. Like I can memorize a lot of things. Like my brain works that way. So that's why I was able to get like a really good score on it. And then A push, bro, shout out Heimler's history. Shout out Heimler's history. Because man, that man saved me. That man freaking saved me. Like you have no idea. I did not know how to write a proper DBQ until I sat down for 40 minutes before the test studying with this guy. Now, let me tell you about how I went about studying. So some of you know that College Board posted their like YouTube live streams or whatever for their thing. And like for like some teachers from like all around the country, like, well, I live in the United States, by the way. So all, in case you're watching this from outside the US, so all the country, like every teacher, or not every teacher, but like select teachers from like the country were selected to teach these like YouTube live stream sessions. And I mean, I used some of them to study, but when I had to, like for example, chemistry and psychology. Our teacher for our like online learning or whatever, she made us like view those assignments and take notes. And so I viewed them in that sense, but I didn't really like use up like all that study. So like Calc BC, how I studied for that one is I had a really great teacher, as I said before. So I just kind of like drilled the concepts like over and over again in my head. Just the way you get better in that class is straight practice. I just practice, 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 practice. I just straight practice everything, like drill like all the concepts, like know what a derivative is, know what an integral is, like be able to like calculate various different types of them, and just like read the question. I'd say like just read the question, know what they're asking for. I mean that's the case with any math class, but or any class in general. But just read. For this class in particular, they try to trick you with like these small like little things. So just read the question. By the way, I thought I was going to get an AP sub score for Calculus BC, but guess not. Let me know in the comments section why they don't provide an AB sub score in what's it called in early scores. But maybe I'll get it tomorrow. Who knows? Chemistry. My study regime for that class. This was actually the one class I used the YouTube sessions for because I kind of just sat down and I like really like tried to grasp it, like really tried to study the material. Like in the practice problems, like I used to just go down, just like I used to just do all of the practice problems, like really understand the concept, if that makes any sense. And like I said before, chemistry, it is a hard class, but if you put in like you put in what you get out of it. So if you want to put in the work, if you want to like be great in this class, then put in the work, I'd say. Yeah, so that's for chemistry. I've really studied for that class and grinded for about like 3 months. I'm happy enough with the 4, to be honest. Uh, what? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. That was my sister. Probably cut that out. Anyways, English language and composition. The main thing y'all need to know for this class is what am I doing? This class, English language and composition, all we had to do is write one 45-minute essay about like how rhetorical devices are used in this person's speech or whatever. And that's kind of like what I've been doing from 8th grade. Like I know, like I've dealt with that type of stuff before, like those rhetorical devices and all that. So the main advice I'd give for this class is I learned nothing in it and somehow I got a good score. So what I'm saying is like if you want it badly, like go out and do it. Like don't talk about it, be about it. And then for this class in particular, AP English language and composition. Like I didn't know anything about rhetorical devices. Like the only 3 rhetorical devices I knew about going into the exam were ethos, pathos, and logos. And I just sat down for like 40 minutes before the exam, watched this dude Marco Learning's videos on how the essay was going to be structured, like the rubric and everything, and like what I really had to do to get that like top score, like a 4 or 5, probably a 5. But anyways, yeah, English. Thing about English is like if you're a good writer for AP English language and composition, if you're a good writer, like if you enjoy writing, like if you enjoy like dissecting, if you just enjoy dissect writing, like how this particular person used this word to really energize their speech, or like how why this author used a quote instead of like a period, for example. All of that makes a difference in this class. Like for AP English language, you got to learn to like look at the English language, like dissect it as like a whole thing, and see how each element contributes to like an overall meaning and idea of a passage. Physics 1. Oh God, the AP test was hard for Physics 1. And I don't think I did as much studying as I should have, to be honest. Like I maybe saw 1 or 2 of the YouTube live sessions, but not really a lot. Yeah, I say for this class, I was really relying on my prior knowledge in physics to like get me through it, and that worked fine for the class, but it didn't really work well for the test. And yeah, so I gotta say for physics one, just if you want it, like really, really grind for it because the AP test is no joke. Like it's actually really, really, really hard. And I mean, I didn't for some of these classes I didn't have a good teacher, but like that's not an excuse. Like at the end of the day, that's not an excuse. Like you have to put in the work and you have to get where you need to go. If you want it badly, like don't blame it on a teacher or anything like that. It's like you have to like go out and go do it. Psychology, yeah, for this class I barely did any studying because I did most of my studying like throughout the year, like memorizing the terms and all that, like knowing what like classical conditioning is, like operant conditioning, things like that, and like how like memorizing names really, like just who invented what and like what goes where. Basically, all that is psychology. Like, I just like went in and I just like memorized like each term to like the fullest degree. APUSH again. Shout out the man, the myth, the legend, Heimlich's History. This dude helped me so much. Like, I did not know how to write a proper DBQ, and I just sat down for like 40 minutes, and this dude just taught me in the span of like maybe 30. And fun fact, I actually didn't write, or no. That's a lie. I did write a full DBQ, but like not a very good one, I'd say. So like, really, I only wrote one other DBQ before this, which I don't recommend. If you're studying for APUSH, just write multiple DBQs. Just do everything multiple times to really get like a good score. And for tips in these classes, Calc BC, the math is hard, but if you really put your mind to it, like really understand things, then you can work wonders in this class. Chemistry, also the same thing. Like the science, it's hard, but if you put your mind to it, you can excel in it. Like I didn't think I would get as good of a score as I did, but what I did was I really, really excelled. And English language and composition. It's an easy class apparently. Take it like all juniors. Please God, take English language and composition. It is an easy class despite my AP score, but it isn't. It is an easy class. You just have to like grind really hard for the AP test. That's the case with any AP class. But main thing with English language and composition, physics. If you want the basis, please still study. Is what I'd say, because even if you think you know everything about physics, you don't. Like that's the one mistake I made. I'd say I didn't really like know what I was doing. Like I thought I knew like every single physics concept, and that really ended up hurting me in the end. So don't do that. Psychology. Um, just memorize terms, know how those terms apply to things, and you'll be good. I mean, it's a really easy AP class. APUSH, memorize like consider chunking down the history in periods. Like for example, like period one is like this date, like for like Columbian exchange to like I don't know, like colonization or whatever. Just like think about it in periods and you'll do like much better because the AP test chunks it in periods as well. So you won't have to like really memorize as much information if you think about it. Like you can just go period by period instead of 15 whatever 30 or whatever. Cabeza de Vaca just explored Florida or whatever. I don't even think that's true, but you don't have to think like that. It's not like individual dates. It's more on the period. Like even on the like the questions they'll ask like in what period or like in like this time from like 1800 to like 1900 describe this and this event. So it'll be like that. It won't be like memorizing like a concrete date. I mean, of course, you should know the important ones like 1776, like America gains independence and like stuff like that. But I'd say one thing for me, I took world history last year and I got a 4 on it, or as a sophomore, and I got a 4 on that. And the main thing I think is APUSH is different from world history. Like world history, it's more thematic based because you have to like learn about like the entire world. Like nobody will know the history of the entire world. So you have to like think about it more thematically, like how did this conquest like affect the entire world sort of a sense. And then APUSH, since it's one country, since it's like only America, you have to like really dig deep into the content. You have to think like, how did like Jacksonian policies like influence the country as a whole today? Like, how is our like national debt like how's our national debt like in the hands of Andrew Jackson like different from handling our debt now due to like a global pandemic and decreasing resources? Like that's the type of stuff you have to think about. And I've kind of rambled on for like a long time here, but I just want to leave y'all off with one thing, and that is don't be discouraged if your AP scores like aren't like fours or like I want to say as good as mine, but that just sounds wrong. That sounds wrong. But don't be. Oh man, sorry. Don't be discouraged if your scores are like not in the range that you want them to be in, because at the end of the day, people might say, "Oh, AP score this, AP score that." Like if you don't get a good AP score, like you won't do good in college, this and that. In reality, bro, it does not matter. Like to be honest, it does not matter, because like you, it might set you up for like AP scores are good in the short term, meaning that AP scores like in the short term might get you into that like good college, but you have to be thinking like 10, 20 years down the road. Like, is this like, will this job look that you got like a 4 in AP macroeconomics? No, they won't. They'll look at what you can bring to the table, like what your skills are, like how you can interact with other people, like how can you basically transform their business and give them more money. That's what they look for. They don't look for oh, I got a 4 on AP history. I'm a god of history. No. They don't look at that. Like, to be honest, it might sound good in the short term, like a good AP score, but trust me, it does not define your life. It doesn't. Like, getting a good AP score is good, but it doesn't define your life, and it shouldn't define your life, to be honest. And like one last piece of motivational advice: don't talk about it, be about it. Like I said this before in the video. Like I said, oh yeah, I'm a god. Like I can do this great thing. Like most of my classmates would say I'm smart, to be honest, and I don't really believe it. And here's why. To any of my classmates watching this video, to be honest, I don't believe it because I don't think I've done anything to earn it. Like I'm all talk. I'm just like, hey, oh yeah, I got like a 90 on this test, but really the thing with AP classes is you have to put the work in. You have to put the work in. You get what you put out of it. So if you don't do any of the work in AP Chem, chances are you're not going to get a 5, like that 5 you want. You want a 5. So the main thing I'd say is just really keep your head up and just like keep your head in the game. Just really try to grasp what is in front of you and really like look towards the future. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see more videos like this or like college application stuff, because I'm thinking about maybe starting up my YouTube channel for this type of stuff, maybe like for college applications or like potential scholarship opportunities, or maybe even like SAT prep. I might start it up. So let me know in the comments section down below. And yeah, it's been your boy Rishabh Talakalapalli. See you later. Peace.